Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 7. Maloney was a multifaceted actress and performer who brought heart, humor, and dedication to every role she embraced. Born on March 17, 1936 in Perkinsville, New York, she overcame early challenges, including the loss of her father at age 7, and was raised in Winter Park, Florida. Maloney's early fascination with performance led her from the Carnival Circuit and the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus to the University of Florida, where her journey in entertainment truly began. Standing 3 feet 11 inches tall, Maloney defied expectations and carved out a remarkable career in television, film, and live performance. She rose to prominence with her portrayal of Honk in the beloved Sid and Marty Krofft series Far Out Space Nuts, and became part of pop culture lore as Lumpy, Chewbacca's son, in the infamous Star Wars Holiday Special. Despite the special's critical reception, Maloney's performance was a testament to her skill as a mime and dancer, bringing warmth and charm to a character without uttering a word. Her prolific resume included appearances on Little House on the Prairie, The Love Boat, Married with Children, Star Trek Voyager, and My Name is Earl. She also contributed behind the scenes as the puppeteer for the Crypt Keeper on HBO's Tales from the Crypt, and voiced various characters in animated projects. Beyond the screen, Maloney was known for her resilience and joy for life. After losing her husband, Joseph Vitek, she returned to performing, finding strength through creativity. She worked closely with fellow actor Billy Barty in numerous productions and was widely respected in the little people acting community. Maloney passed away in Winter Park, Florida at the age of 89. Her legacy remains an inspiring example of determination, talent, and heart. Tributes to Maloney. Number 6. There was something timeless in his eyes. He carried stories even before speaking a word. Ángel del Pozo, beloved Spanish actor, director, and storyteller, has passed away at the age of 90. He leaves behind a powerful legacy that spans more than 5 decades on screen, behind the camera, and in the hearts of audiences around the world. Best known internationally for standout roles in Horror Express, The Three Musketeers, and The Passenger, Del Pozo brought intensity, grace, and quiet charisma to each performance. He had a rare gift. Whether playing a lead or a supporting role, Ángel del Pozo always made his presence unforgettable. Over the years, he appeared in more than 70 films, many of them becoming cult classics. In the world of spaghetti westerns, he became a respected figure, known for elevating every scene he touched. In 2020, long after his final screen appearance, he received the Tabernas de Cine Award, honoring his essential role in the genre. Yet Del Pozo's story was more than the roles he played. After stepping away from acting in 1980, he continued to shape the industry through his work in television production and public relations, dedicating nearly 2 decades to Gestavision Group. His behind-the-scenes efforts helped bring countless stories to Spanish screens. Family, colleagues, and admirers recognized not just his talent, but his warmth and resilience. After surviving COVID-19 at 85, his strength became a quiet beacon of hope for many. Ángel had a calm determination. We all learned something just by watching him work, shared a former colleague. Del Pozo's life reminds us that art can cross borders, and character can leave deeper marks than fame. He inspired with more than just talent. He did it with heart. He is survived by his daughter, Almudena del Pozo, to whom he passed down his love for storytelling. Ángel del Pozo died peacefully, leaving behind a life rich in art, service, and grace. His legacy will continue to echo in cinemas, film histories, and the memories of those who knew him. Tributes to Angel del Pozo. Number 5. She will be remembered not only for her work at Bletchley Park during World War II, but also for her efforts to ensure that the story of what she and her colleagues achieved is not forgotten. These words from Ian Standen, CEO of Bletchley Park Trust, capture the essence of Betty Webb's remarkable life. Betty Webb, who passed away peacefully at the age of 101, left a legacy built on courage, service, and dedication to history. As a young woman, she stepped forward in a time of crisis, not for recognition, but to do her part. At just 18, Betty joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service. Her sharp mind and quiet strength soon led her to Bletchley Park. There, behind closed doors and under immense secrecy, she worked on deciphering German and Japanese messages, playing a key role in the Allied war effort. Those who worked beside her knew she wasn't just skilled, she was driven, focused, and humble. In a time when women's roles were often underestimated, Betty broke through barriers with both grace and determination. Decades after the war, she remained a passionate voice for the people of Bletchley Park. She shared their untold story with generations who might never have known the depth of their sacrifice. Her efforts were recognized far and wide. She was appointed a member of the Order of the British Empire in 2015, and in 2021, France honored her with the Légion d'honneur. Betty continued sharing her insights well into her late years, inspiring students, historians, and everyone with an interest in the forgotten heroes of World War II. Her passing marks the end of a chapter, but not the end of her impact. Betty Webb helped change the course of history and made sure we never forgot it. She is mourned across the UK and beyond, remembered for her brilliance, her service, and her generosity of spirit. Betty passed away peacefully, surrounded by love. Her memory will live on through those inspired by her story and the history she fought to preserve. Tributes to Betty Webb. Number 4. Bill always believed politics should serve the people, not the other way around. With a calm voice and a poet's heart, William Bill O'Neill spent over 2 decades shaping the future of New Mexico through compassion, courage, and conviction. He passed away peacefully at the age of 72 after a brief illness, leaving behind a legacy rooted in integrity and service. Raised in rural Ohio, Bill brought Midwestern values to the Southwest, where he built a life committed to community and progress. After early setbacks in his political journey, he won a seat in the New Mexico House in 2008 and later moved to the Senate, where he served until his passing. He wasn't just a policymaker, he was a bridge builder. A proud Democrat, Bill was widely admired for working across the aisle, listening deeply and embracing ideas from all sides. His thoughtful approach earned respect, even from those who didn't always agree. Education was a cornerstone in his life. A graduate of Cornell University and a member of the Quill and Dagger Society, Bill brought intellect and empathy to every debate, every bill, every conversation. Outside the chamber walls, Bill expressed himself through poetry. He believed that art and politics could meet, where empathy meets policy. His words, both spoken and written, carried a quiet strength that resonated far beyond the Senate floor. Bill never just heard people, he understood them, said a former colleague. He made people feel seen, whether in the Capitol or at the corner coffee shop. As news of his passing spread, tributes came from every corner of the state. Friends, fellow lawmakers, and constituents remembered a man who truly cared, who showed that dedication and kindness still matter in leadership. Bill O'Neill leaves behind more than legislation. He leaves behind hope, a belief that public service done right can lift communities and change lives. He will be remembered for his fairness, empathy, and the poetry he lived every day. Tributes to Bill O'Neill. Number 3. Thank you for the clarification. Since Stanley O. Ikenberry is still living, it would not be appropriate to write an obituary. However, here is a respectful and heartfelt tribute script that celebrates his life's work and enduring legacy, perfect for an inspirational or commemorative video. It follows your requested tone, length, and structure, ending with tributes to Stanley O. Ikenberry to allow for visuals or tributes to follow. Milestone driven. When Stanley O. Ikenberry first stepped into the role of president at the University of Illinois, it marked a new era for higher education. Over the next 16 years, he helped transform the university into a leading national institution. His presidency remains one of the longest and most impactful in the school's history. Driven by a deep belief in public education, Ikenberry led with vision, compassion, and a steady hand. He championed diversity, expanded campuses, and opened doors for thousands of students. His work laid the foundation for what the University of Illinois has become today. But his influence didn't stop there. After Illinois, he took the helm at the American Council on Education, shaping national policy and helping define the next generation of academic leadership across the country. Upon returning to Illinois as President Emeritus, he remained a quiet force, teaching, mentoring, and inspiring others. He believed in students. He believed in fairness, and he never stopped believing in the power of education to change lives. Many who worked with him remember his warmth, his mindful leadership, and his deep commitment to what matters. He never looked for credit, said one longtime colleague. He just wanted to make things better, for everyone. Though no longer in office, Stanley O. Ikenberry's impact lives on in the classrooms he helped build, the programs he supported, and the people he inspired. Tributes to Stanley O. Ikenberry. Number 2. Ken Bruen was a true original in crime fiction. His voice was unmistakable, his impact immeasurable. These words from fellow writer Ian Rankin capture what many are feeling after the passing of one of Ireland's most distinctive literary voices. Ken Bruen, a pioneer of Irish noir, passed away peacefully at the age of 74. His loss is deeply felt across the literary world. Bruen's work left a powerful mark. Drawing on painful personal experiences and years spent traveling Asia, Africa, and South America as an English teacher, he crafted stories that were raw, honest, and unforgettable. His spare, poetic style gave voice to broken characters and fractured places, but often with a glimmer of dark humor. Best known for the Jack Taylor series, Bruen gave the world a troubled Galway private investigator who captured hearts with his flaws, sharp mind, and loyalty. That series began with The Guards, a novel that earned a Seamus Award and an Edgar nomination, setting the tone for what became a landmark in contemporary crime fiction. He also found success with the gritty, London-based Inspector Brandt books, and won global recognition with titles like Priest, which took home France's Grand Prix de Littérature Policière. Fans were drawn not only to his gripping plots but to his fearless honesty. Bruen didn't shy away from difficult themes, addiction, corruption, redemption, but delivered them with fierce compassion. Before turning to writing full-time, Bruen spent 25 years teaching English abroad. Those experiences shaped his worldview and gave depth to his characters. Later in life, writing became both his outlet and his legacy. Even in his most brutal stories, there was always a spark of lyricism. He created fiction that cut you deep and made you think. Ken Bruen leaves behind his wife Phil and daughter Grace, along with more than 30 novels that continue to inspire writers and fans alike. His stories often held a mirror to Ireland, but his influence reached far beyond. He passed away after a brief illness, surrounded by those who loved him. His absence leaves a silence in the genre he helped define. Tributes to Ken Bruen. What's trending on the internet? News 1. A Southern California family is mourning the heartbreaking loss of 9-year-old Silvanna Moreno, who passed away just hours after undergoing a dental procedure under general anesthesia. The third grader was treated at Dreamtime Dentistry in Vista on March 18th. According to the San Diego County Medical Examiner's Office, she was brought home after the procedure and remained asleep before later being found unresponsive in her bed. Silvanna, remembered as the sunshine in every room, was a beloved student at Sherman Elementary School. Her friends and teachers describe her as joyful, kind, and always ready with a big smile and hug. She was also a devoted big sister, known for her love and compassion. Dr. Ryan Watkins, the dentist who performed the procedure, stated that Silvanna was monitored continuously during the operation and that no complications were observed. He said she was awake in the recovery room and left the facility with her mother. Authorities say the case remains under investigation, and her official cause of death is pending. Silvanna was transported to Rady Children's Hospital, where she was later pronounced dead. The community has rallied around the Moreno family, offering prayers and donations through a GoFundMe page to support them during this unimaginable time. "Our hearts break for the family," Watkins said in a statement, pledging full cooperation with the investigation. Silvanna is survived by her parents, 3 siblings, and extended family. Funeral services were held on March 26th to honor her beautiful life. News 2. More than a year after Texas A&M student Caleb Harris went missing, authorities have confirmed the discovery of additional remains, but many questions still linger. On March 28th, officials identified a human rib found at a Corpus Christi water recycling plant as belonging to Harris. This comes months after his initial remains were recovered from the same location in June 2024. Harris, 21, vanished after walking his dog near his off-campus apartment in 2024, the early hours of March 4, 2024. Surveillance footage and social media posts showed him out near his complex's parking lot and a nearby bridge, but he was never seen again. His disappearance prompted widespread community efforts to find him. The rib was recovered in December 2024 by contractors at the Greenwood Water Recycling Plant and sent to the Nueces County Medical Examiner's Office for analysis. Though the identification has now been made, the official cause and manner of Harris's death remain undetermined due to the condition of the remains. Corpus Christi police continue to investigate, with officials acknowledging possibilities ranging from accidental fall to foul play, though no evidence has confirmed either scenario. Texas A&M has since announced plans to honor Caleb's memory with a memorial ceremony this fall, celebrating his life and legacy on campus. As the search for answers continues, his family, friends, and the community remain hopeful for clarity and committed to remembering a young life taken too soon. News 3. A heartbreaking search has come to an end as officials confirm the recovery of Los Angeles firefighter Connor J. Lees, whose body was found nearly 3 months after he disappeared while free diving off the coast of Long Beach, California. Lees, 29, went missing on December 4, 2024, while diving for lobsters with friends near Pier J. Despite an extensive multi-agency effort that included the U.S. Coast Guard and multiple fire departments, Lees was presumed lost at sea just 2 days later. His remains were finally discovered on March 28, bringing a measure of closure to his loved ones and colleagues. A 6-year veteran of the Los Angeles Fire Department, Lees served the Baldwin Hills Chun Crenshaw community and was known for his bravery, passion for the ocean, and deep dedication to helping others. We are grateful for the tireless efforts of every agency involved in the search, the LAFD shared in a statement. Their compassion and professionalism have brought solace to all who knew Connor. On a GoFundMe page created to honor his memory, friends and family described Connor as a man shaped by the sea, a surfer, athlete, and explorer whose life was filled with purpose and adventure. "He loved the water and everything it brings to our lives," wrote organizer Robin Jenks. "He became who he was because of it, and now he rests in it." Connor's memory lives on in the hearts of all who knew him. News 4. A California man known for his love of travel and adventure has passed away following a tragic accident during a trip to El Salvador. Juan Nieto, 34, died on March 11 while exploring the Tamanique waterfalls as part of a guided tour. According to authorities, he slipped from a tree branch while attempting a jump and fell onto rocks below. The incident was captured on video moments after he gave a thumbs up and cheerfully said, "Here or never, let's go." Nieto, a FedEx driver from the San Diego area, had visited 22 countries and was known for his fearless spirit. His brother, Federico Nieto, shared, "He wasn't afraid of heights at all. He passed away doing what he loved." The accident occurred just a few days into his week-long vacation in Central America. Now, family and friends are focused on honoring Juan's life and legacy. A GoFundMe campaign has been launched to help bring him home and arrange a proper farewell. "Junior loved unconditionally," wrote family friend Caddy Cruz. "He showed up for his family and friends, and his laughter was unforgettable. He was adventurous and made the most of every moment." As those who loved him mourn his loss, they are choosing to remember a man who embraced life fully and brought light to everyone around him. Juan Nieto's story serves as a reminder of the importance of living boldly and cherishing each day. News 5. 13 people, including 6 children and a pregnant woman, were hospitalized early Monday following a sudden explosion at a 12-unit apartment building in Detroit. The blast, which occurred around 4 a.m. on March 31st, prompted an immediate response from the Detroit Fire Department. Thanks to swift action by first responders, every resident was safely rescued. As of Monday afternoon, a 3-year-old girl, a 27-year-old woman, and a 28-year-old man remain in critical condition due to burn injuries. The pregnant woman is being monitored, while others have been treated and released. One resident described the moment as sounding like a bomb, adding, "There was no fire, no smoke, just a loud blast." Crews quickly evacuated the building, rescuing some residents through windows to prevent injury. Executive Fire Commissioner Chuck Sims praised the firefighters' rapid efforts, which he said prevented further harm. Drones with thermal imaging were deployed to ensure no one was left inside. The building, severely damaged and unstable, was set for demolition the same day. City officials, alongside investigators, are now working to determine the cause of the explosion. Meanwhile, families affected by the blast are receiving support, and the city has ensured emergency services remain available. In the face of a terrifying situation, the community witnessed bravery and teamwork, with first responders and neighbors working side by side to ensure everyone made it out alive. News 6. A day meant for fun in the snow turned tragic after a 7-year-old girl lost her life in a heartbreaking accident at Diamond Peak Ski Resort in Nevada. Authorities confirmed that Adeline Grimes, of Reno, was struck by a falling boulder on Saturday, March 29th, near the northeast side of Lake Tahoe. Emergency crews responded immediately after reports of a non-skiing accident involving a child came in at around 3:38 p.m. Despite the efforts of first responders from the North Lake Tahoe Fire Protection District and Washoe County Sheriff's Office, Adeline succumbed to her injuries on the scene. Officials have since ruled her passing as an accident. The Washoe County Sheriff's Office emphasized that there was no foul play involved and extended their deepest condolences to all involved. Diamond Peak Ski Resort expressed sorrow in a public statement, offering support and grief counseling to staff and guests affected by the incident. "We are deeply saddened by this tragic accident and extend our heartfelt sympathy to the family, the Sugar Bowl race team, and the entire Lake Tahoe ski racing community." Adeline was remembered as a bright light, and her loss has deeply touched many throughout the region. In the face of this unimaginable tragedy, the community has come together with compassion and care, offering comfort and strength to her grieving family. News 7. Rita Wilson is celebrating a meaningful milestone, 10 years cancer-free. The beloved actress and singer, 68, took to Instagram to share her heartfelt gratitude, reflecting on her journey with breast cancer and the strength it took to get here. March 31st marks 10 years of being cancer-free, Wilson wrote, and I am so deeply grateful. Wearing pink sunglasses and a bright smile, she acknowledged her doctors, friends, and family who supported her along the way. Wilson was first diagnosed with invasive lobular carcinoma in 2015. After a second medical opinion, she underwent a double mastectomy and reconstructive surgery. She credits early detection and that second opinion with saving her life, urging others to do the same. Though she usually keeps her health journey private, Wilson shared this moment to encourage others and celebrate resilience. I think it's important to celebrate good news, she said. To anyone going through something right now, you're in my thoughts and prayers. In the post, she also recalled her conversation with husband Tom Hanks during her diagnosis, where she half-jokingly asked for two things: be super sad for a long time, and throw a party. Now, a decade later, Wilson continues to inspire, reminding fans that hope, love, and perseverance can light the way through even the darkest times. Her celebration isn't just personal, it's a moment of encouragement for all who need a little hope. Number 1. Her smile lit up every set she walked onto, a director once said of Al-Najjar. She didn't just play her roles, she lived them. Al-Najjar, the gifted Tunisian actress beloved for her charm and emotional depth, passed away at the age of 41. Her death came after serious complications from acute gallbladder inflammation that led to a sudden and tragic decline in her health. She had been in intensive care after falling into a coma. Despite doctors' efforts, she succumbed to blood poisoning caused by the rupture. Born in Sfax, Tunisia, Ines began a nearly 20-year career that lit up both Tunisian and Egyptian screens. Her breakout role in the Egyptian film Meadow Problems, alongside Ahmed Helmi, introduced her unique blend of humor and heart to a wide audience. She's shown in films like Babek and Ana Kamen, Ali Spicy and Karkar, and starred in beloved series such as Yerba Fiezo and Ali Mubarak. Whatever the role, Ines brought honesty and soul, leaving a piece of herself in every performance. Her work reached beyond entertainment. She comforted, inspired, and made people laugh through life's darkest and brightest moments. Audiences saw themselves in her characters. Colleagues saw a woman driven by passion, always raising those around her. Her final performance, in the Ramadan series Al-Halanji, reminded fans of her incredible range and enduring presence. Even in her last role, she gave it everything. Actor Azouz Adel, of the Actors Syndicate Council, announced the heartbreaking news on social media. Since then, messages of love and sorrow have poured in from across the Arab world. Ines connected with millions, not through fame, but through feeling. She leaves behind a legacy of laughter, empathy, and unforgettable screen moments. More than anything, Ines Al-Najjar made people feel. That is her true legacy. Tributes to Ines Al-Najjar. Barbara Allen was a multifaceted contributor to film, television, and storytelling,